Hello YouTube, time for a video again. Well, today's video, I'm just going to say what's been going on in the fish room this week. In the fish room and some of the tanks around the house. I've had quite a lot of spawnings this week for some unknown reason, so we'll go around and have a look at them. And come on Wolfie, up this end. And Wolfie's no exception. Hey mate. Yeah, he's no exception. He's got a bunch of free swimmers. You can probably just see him in that pipe. And he's been doing a lot of lip locking and fighting with his female. Yeah, so without further ado, let's go around and show you all the fry and what's been happening in the fish room this week. Let's get on it! Yeah, we'll start this video off with an update on the Umbi fry. You say they're not Umbi. No, this is my red devil and female doveye. And in the background there it is. There's my little convict. That little convict was taken from the fish room just to free up a tank for the Umberifium fry. And I'm so glad I took some out now. We'll have a look at Umbi. There he is. That's Crazy Joe. Yeah, I'm pleased I removed a good percentage of the fry because it didn't go too well in here. They've all disappeared. Let's a look at Blondie. There she is. Isn't she beautiful, eh? She'll be spawning again in no time. Yeah, all the fry have disappeared now, so it's always a good backup plan just to take a small percentage out. Yeah, so you got the best of both worlds. Yeah, so he came out of the fish room. I said before, I like to keep a convict in a little backup tank to keep the tank cycled. There's the red devil. Let's give him some food. Get a handful of pellets in there. Yeah, so these are doing well, and the Umbi fry, what I removed, are doing well. So like I said, it's always good to have a backup plan, take some out and leave some with the parents and see which ones do best. On this occasion, the ones I removed have done the best. And the convicts settled in nicely. No bullying. Anyway, let's move on. Yeah, here we are at Wolfie's tank. Look at Wolfie's nose and underneath his lip. Can you see like a callus? He's been lip locking and fighting. Because she's in there. She's been in there for about 2 weeks. Like, she ain't come out. She's not fed for I ain't seen her feed for 2 weeks. But there's a fry in there. There should be out. I can see one near a snout. Oh, 2 or 3. They'll be out. They'll be out today. We'll have a look. If I can catch them, I'll video it. Anyway, these are very experienced parents. These have bred hundreds of times. So I don't need to remove any fry. I don't need any doveye fry anyway. But I've made some big mistakes with the red doveye, which I'll explain later. I'll just come back to these in a couple of hours. I want to see these fry out. Yeah, they are. They're all out now. They're all swimming around. Obviously, they've absorbed all the yolk sac. You can see that callus underneath his lip there, can't you? That's a good shot of it. Where they've been fighting. She's had hold of him there, hasn't she? Yeah, she's a feisty little girl when she's got fry. Yeah, anyway, these are very, very experienced parents. Now, if I really wanted to, like I said before, I could take 50% out just in case everything went wrong. But I don't need any of these blue doveye. What I'm after is the red morph doveye. They've grown them up to like 3 inches in this tank before, but a lot of times they get sucked up the filters, which I'm not too worried about. Anyway, it always looks nice to see them with fry, doesn't it? Yeah, so this week in the fish room, I've had quite a few spawnings. But it's a beautiful sight, even if you don't want to say fry. It's just a beautiful sight to see a pair of Central American cichlids guarding a swarm of fry. Don't matter how many times it happens and how many times you see it, it's just a nice sight. The fish look at the best, the colours stand out. The colours stand out. Sometimes they get a bit ragged though, like old Wolfie with that bit of a callus on his chin, like. But it's always a nice sight, isn't it? Anyway, the fish what I really want to breed, as I keep saying, is my red dovite, and I made a big mistake, like always. I've had wigglers, and I've always thought, I'll pull the fry today, I'll pull them today. Next day comes, next day comes, next day comes. And when I finally get round to it, it's too late. They've already gone. I made another mistake this week, and I'll explain. Right, here's Rufus. Rufus the red wolf. Yeah, so what happened this week was the female's spawning tube started to come down. And I thought, well, they're going to be spawning any time soon. It was my water change day, so I made a mistake by thinking, right, it's going to be another couple of days for the spawn. So what I'll do, I'll give them a lovely big water change. That turned out to be a big mistake on my behalf. Because in doing the water change, I must have really upset them. Because they were going through the spawning ritual, and then it went absolutely violent. Really violent. So I've had to segregate them, which I absolutely hate doing. Because he gave her a bit of a pasting, like. She'll live to fight another day. And I'll fatten her up this half. I'll fatten her up now she's in her own little compartment, and no doubt she'll be spawning again. But I swear, if I never intervened with the tank when they was getting ready for spawning, it would have gone okay. So that's me being complacent, you know, just like thinking Mr. Know-It-All, oh, they'll be all right, I'll give them a water change. Anyway, next time, better luck next time. Let's move on and have a look at something else. Right, we've moved over to the red tiger motos. And at the beginning of the week, this female's been spawning this side of the divider. And if you notice, there's still some fry. There's one, look. Get him in focus. There's still one or two fry. I did pull some fry. I've got some fry growing on in a little tank. But there's still some fry left here from the last spawning. I mean, a lot of these eggs look white. But I can assure you, they'll hatch. There's another little fry. Just gone through that divider. It's going to be interesting to see what the remaining fry will do. Will they eat the wigglers, or will they ignore the wigglers? Well, these have bred with the male on that side of the divider. That's why a lot of the eggs are white. There's only a small percentage of them gets fertilised. But it is a very safe way of breeding these cichlids, as I've repeated myself and said before. Yeah, so I'll come back in a day or two. Well, it'll take about 3 to 5 days towards the end of this week. I'll film these and just to prove to you that they do hatch, even though a lot of them do look white. There's some more of them little fry. Yeah, so there they are. They've been dividing. They've been breeding through the divider, and we'll check on them in a bit. Yeah, so here we are back at the red tiger moto tank. 4 days later, and if you look down here closely, I don't know whether you can see it. Let's see if I can get a better focus. As you can see, like, the wigglers are wiggling about on the bottom there, and there's some of them. There's two. I can see 2 of the fry from last time. I've not seen them. Are they going to attack it? Are they going to start attacking them and biting them? Look at them. There's 3 there. They look very interested in them. I think the mother would probably protect them, but I've got the camera right up against the glass, and she's been frightened off. So, yeah, if there was in a lot bigger aquarium, so there's still a lot of white ones on there. In fact, a lot of the white ones have gone. I don't know if she's ate them or cleaned them off. Well, we've got a good percentage of wigglers, a good percentage of them what's hatched. If there was in a lot bigger aquarium, I'm sure I would have a better survival rate, but I'm not really bothered about collecting these. But it's just going to be interesting to watch, isn't it? So they're feeding off the yolk sac. They wiggle about on the bottom there. They'll feed on that yolk. They've got a big fat, like a tadpole, they've got a big fat thing on the front. And they'll absorb the yolk sac, and they'll be up and swimming about, I would say in probably about another 4 or 5 days, they'll be up and swimming. Anyway, I think we've looked at this tank long enough now. Let's move on and have a see what else has been going on in the fish room this week. Right, I moved over to my smaller pair of Haitienses. This is Stan and Hilda. There's Stan, he's keeping his distance. Because over this end, we've had another spawning. There's Hilda. She's guarding these eggs and fanning them, keeping them nice and clean and stopping them from getting fungus on them. Yeah, these Haitienses, they don't lay nowhere near as many eggs as, say, your Parachromus and your Amphilophus, like your Jaguars. Jaguars and dove eyes, they don't lay as many, but they defend them just the same. She'll have a habit. She normally hides the spawn, lays them somewhere where I can't see, and I don't even know she's spawned. Then all of a sudden one day I'll look and there'll be a swarm of fry. Anyway, they'll be hatching shortly. We'll have a look at them when they hatch. You can still see a spawning tube. And he has to keep his distance. He knows to keep out of the way, because if he goes anywhere near them, she don't half give him some. We'll have a look at the fry as they hatch. Right, we're back here 4 days later. Same as the red tiger was with red tiger motos. All the spawn has gone from the rock. And she's looking beautiful. I like it when she's in a spawning dress and she's look nice and black with a white face. And I think she's put the wigglers in between these rocks. Let's see if I can catch them. I can just make them out there. Yeah, they're bouncing and wiggling about. Yeah, just like the red tiger moto. They're at the wiggling stage with the yolk sac underneath the bellies. As I said before, they'll absorb all that energy and goodness until they're up and swimming. Yeah, so that's... I've had a lot of good spawnings this week. There she is, looking after them, fanning. And the male, he's still banished to the other end of the tank. There he is, Jack. He knows his place. You stop there, Jack. Anyway, let's have a look at something else. Right, we're at the Jaguar tank now, Beryl. We can't do a video of Miss Beryl out, can we? Anyway, his latest spawn, they've become free swimmers today. They just started to rise up off the floor. Let's have a see if we can get a zoom up on them. See if we can see them. Yeah, there they are. They don't look to be many, but when they finally come out, he normally has quite large spawnings, the Jaguars, and they're quite decent sized fry as well. You know, if you wanted to grow some on, they'll be quite tough and hardy to bring on. Anyway, I think we've seen enough today. I think we've gone on enough with the video. I can't think of any more spawnings I've had. I think I've caught them all. Anyway, about time I wrap this video up. Yeah, it's time to wrap this video up now. I'm sat in front of my bean eye now. And I'd like to just thank everybody for the support. I've got close to 10,000 subscribers now, so if anybody's watching this video and likes to Central American cichlids and these type of videos, I'd much appreciate it if you would joined me and followed me along and hit the subscribe button. It's free to do, and anytime you want to unsubscribe, you just hit it again, you unsubscribe. And the notification bell if you want notifications. Let's chuck a pellet in for the bean eye. Come on up, mate. There he goes. Beautiful fish, this. My bean eye. Anyway, where was we? Yeah, thank you for watching. Hope the video hasn't been too long and drawn out. And thank you to all my subscribers. But until next time, happy fish keeping to you all. And ta-ra till next time.